Could I have you as well? Got this as a freebie yesterday. Someone decided to have a clean up and yeah, got offered this for free. So it's one of those modern Chinese GEs, but doing some research, this is a Model 3 of this particular radio, which started production in 1975, I think. And this was produced right up until 1987, I think. This is the last of that model, the GE Superadio. These have a really excellent performance, especially on the AM band. The wide band and auto frequency control reception. It uses what's called rear-actor tuning, meaning it does not have a tuning condenser, aka capacitor. It does not use an inductor for tuning, but it uses a potentiometer to do the tuning. So it's what's called rear-actor tuning. So yeah, I have not yet. This is my first rear-actor tune radio in my collection. The rest of my radios are all just regular capacitor tuned and inductor tuned. It's using slugs, but this one is rear-actor tuned. Not much inside this. It's a small little circuit board, and it uses a one IC. It does everything. The audio amplifier, everything's on the one IC. So. Speaker and tweeter, a little, I think it's probably a 6-watt speaker, I'll assume. Yeah, 8 ohm 6 watt. I took this thing apart and pulled the speaker and tweeter out because it was almost fluff and stuff inside this. It wasn't funny. Just filled up to here, full of just lint fluff. So it's not so much. It was a little bit dusty, but I don't know if it was in some sort of a bloody cotton factory or something. But it was just household dust inside this thing. Just sitting in here against the speaker wasn't funny, so I've cleaned that out and gave the speaker a good clean, so that's better. No more fluff and lint built up in there anymore. Area was in good nick. He uses a external area on here as well. There's a whole internet archive forum dedicated to these GE radios. There was a issue where where you would have to reverse the polarity on a speaker, swap the wires in the speaker around, and that would dramatically boost the AM performance on this thing. That was a common flaw this thing had, but yeah, the non-detachable cord doesn't have a plug, so you just pack it away inside there. Actually, not bad. Does distort though when you turn it up with the bass on FM. FM it performs very good, but not as good as AM on this particular radio. This is actually a very, very, very high-end super radio. Basically it means it can pick up weak stations on the AM band more than any other modern radio could at its time. AM.
The signs on the side.
The features are 200mm long ferrite rod inside here, so it's quite a large AM antenna inside this thing.
Say, interesting.
The safe inadequate level of.
It's not bad. I could either use this one to boost it. Just FM AM, no shortwave. Actually, that's 5 RM. This picks it up very well. That's pretty good performance on the AM band when I got smart meters and other thing generating interference. A very good performer. I've got on FM AFC. Wideband. That makes a big difference having wideband on. Good feature. Does a very good job of picking distant stations when you have the wideband set up to on. FM. Turn that down a bit. Bit dirty. Common with GE radios have a dirty FM AM band switch.
Brown. The second meeting, Fig Newton declares, having seen many...
Both men and women are in our own service.
Actually works good having no aerial.
We've given 600.
Turn this light on. That might help, wouldn't it, eh? There we go. Instead of speaker.
Came in, we've given over 600.
Quite a large speaker. It's about a 5.5 inch, nearly 6 inches in diameter speaker.
So that indicates that
Does distort a bit with the bass, though.
25%.
But it's not meant for thumping bass.
Male, and I say that statistic.
But it's a pretty good performing radio for its
matters.
19 years previous.
I actually thought it was. I just thought this thing was an ordinary, everyday cheapo Chinese radio. So I looked up this on the internet, and this is actually there is a collector's forum dedicated to these GE radios, the Super radios.
In the actual story that he's written,
they're actually quite good. Good performer.
Well.
Whether it's the big free trade.
But if you're an underlying coming out of...
No aerial. Pretty good. Very good performer. Very good performance on no aerial, look at that. Pretty good, I'm happy with that. So, not bad for a little freebie. For very cheaply laid out circuit design, a single IC based radio. A very good performer. Remove batteries and store in this unit over 1 month. Which is actually probably, I think, yeah, I should do a comparison on my CNGN radio. I probably should actually, as a comparison, yeah, I'll do that. Side by side with a modern CNGN, a leading modern radio manufacturer. Alright. It's a low-powered Christian radio station, for an example. Pretty good performer, keeps up. It's a little bit lacking compared to this one. I've got no aerial on that. It's not bad, but I will do an AM sweep on this later. And this is supposed to be very, very, very good, especially on the AM band. That's the whole main reason of it being a super radio. It's best on the AM band, this one. Classics. Alright. The same station on that one.
Window, and I looked outside, but I could hardly believe my eyes. A big limousine rolled up.
Let's say it's on par, the same at that station. On distant stations, this one's a little bit better on the FM band. Let's try the AM band. Five two two.
into evenings, and it's that time of the evening when we're going to be looking at all things sport. And joining me in the studio is Grandstand.
Well, this has more treble to it than this one does on the AM.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. How you going?
I'm very well, thank you. Now, there's a lot happening at the moment in the world of sport.
Plenty happening there always.
Not as much treble on that one. They're on flat out.
Not
So this has got the credit for better treble, even though it has a tweeter. So
We were only just chatting in the office today because it seems in the first test, the first day of the first test
definitely,
against South Africa.
this is definitely good for AM treble. This one.
About the cricket coming back in the first over, they took a wicket and three there.
Oh, that's fun. So if you want to see what it looks like, go on to Twitter and have a look.
Close to 600.
Richard Swider is here. We're going to be joined by Bella, comedian, TV host, about his top 5 films. But this was requested, and given that there are so many beautiful beautiful moon shots coming through, we've come up with this.
Treble with a tweeter helps on the AM. For AM, this thing's already beaten it for sound quality by far.
Series, but as good as they've been,
650.
has been equally as bad. And it's been atrocious. It's really.
Joe Burns got out for a duck today.
He was supposed to make the most of his recall to the test.
Yeah, this is heaps better with a tweeter than this one here is. Wow. This has got a 4-ohm 6-watt speaker. It's a car speaker in that. This is good for bass and volume. This thing goes very loud for loud music and bass. But this one beats it for the AM performance of the tweeter. Sounds so much better on an AM.
He struggled, it's got to be said. He won
Normal?
5 were his figures. Not really good enough.
Wow.
When it comes down to it. Nerves coming to it, obviously.
Dead at least 25 men in renewed clashes with Rohingya Muslims in the northern Rakhine state. The BBC's Jonah Fisher reports.
According to the Burmese
Turn these down.
military, on Sunday, soldiers were attacked by groups of men from the Rohingya Muslim minority, armed only with wooden clubs and, unsurprisingly, faced with...
If all of these turned all the way down, treble and bass all the way down, it still sounds better than that.
The army also claims that the Rohingya set
Wow.
fire to more than 130 of their own homes. There's a very different narrative on
Denmark.
Rohingya social media.
South Australia.
It's alleged
Wow. That is so much better. Yeah. So you can see the differences with this, especially on the AM band. This radio beats this one for sound quality. But performance-wise, in terms of picking up stations, they're on par with each other. There isn't much of a difference performance-wise on AM and FM reception on these radios without the aerials. But for sound quality in the AM band, this is by far better for sound quality. Wow. For a little tabletop radio, I'm impressed with the sound quality for AM on this thing. Not a very bassy speaker though, it does distort a bit when you turn it up a maximum, but for a one IC radio, you can't expect it to. The IC's the audio amplifier and everything is in that one IC. This has a dedicated IC for the audio amplification. So this sort of has a more power for the speaker, so to speak. So for AM performance and the sound quality, this is by far better than that one there. Quite impressive. Right? It was pretty dirty when I got this. I cleaned it up quite well. Anyway, that'd be enough for now. Thanks for watching.